Are you feeling a pang of loneliness as Valentine's Day approaches? Do you feel like you want to spend that day with a special someone, or even your divine counterpart if you're in separation? We can oftentimes get a little bit lonely around this time of year, and we kind of seek outside ourselves in desperation when we need, when all we need to do is find that love within. We have to understand that being alone doesn't have to mean that we're alone. We have to be lonely. We can actually find love in every area of our lives. We don't need romantic love in our lives just to feel loved. We can have the love of ourselves. Self-love is so important. The love of our fur babies and the love of everything around us. So we can actually have a really good celebration of love on Valentine's Day, even if we are on our own. My name is Angela Cleary. I'm a feminine empowerment coach. I specialize in healing after narcissistic abuse, and I also offer twin flame and spiritual guidance. This is the thing. This time of year, and it's society, makes us think we have to go on a date on Valentine's Day. We're doing something wrong if we're on our own. And all this, especially when we're on a healing journey, or if we're on the twin flame journey and you're in separation and you're still going through healing, all you want to do is spend that day with someone you love or your divine counterpart. And this can make you feel lonely, but this is why the inner healing is so important. Being on your own doesn't have to be, as I said, lonely. It doesn't. I love spending time on my own. But love comes in so many different shapes and sizes. It comes in so many different forms. And it literally is society saying you have to do things this way that makes us think we're doing it wrong, or it makes us even more lonely. And, this can lead to some people, I don't believe in online dating. I think it's very superficial, but if you're into that, then fair enough. But don't seek to just be with anyone tomorrow because it's Valentine's Day. You know what I mean? Use this time to spend with you, to take yourself on a date, to spoil yourself, to buy yourself those flowers. And that's it. We can find love everywhere. And we can celebrate love in every shape. But the most important love we'll ever have is the love we have for ourselves. And if we can't sit there on Valentine's Day loving ourselves, how can we expect to sit across from a stranger on an online date or, just something superficial? Will you really feel good after that? Or will you just feel more empty? And this is the power of inner healing and the power of self-love, power of self-care. When we love ourselves, we're never, ever really lonely. We have that vibration within us that we have inner comfort, inner love, that unconditional love for ourselves. And I do love Valentine's Day. I love love. I fucking love love. But why not just spoil yourself? Buy yourself some flowers. Buy yourself some chocolates. Sit down and watch a chick flick. Cuddle your fur babies. That's love. And oftentimes on this journey, I think it's so important to spend time on your own. When you're discovering who you truly are, when you're finding yourself, going from one day to the next or, one relationship to the next, you're never going to discover who you are. You have to give yourself that time in between. And that time in between will help you to discover what you really want, what you really deserve. And we've all been in fucking toxic relationships. We don't want to repeat that pattern. So if we're going out on dates just for not to feel lonely, that's actually only going to make us feel even more lonely because we're not giving ourselves enough time to heal. And especially on this twin flame journey as well, especially if we're in separation from our twin, all we want is to spend tomorrow with them. All we want is to spend Valentine's Day wrapped in their arms. But if there is still separation going on, that means that there is still healing to be done. And if you're, in a sense, pining for them, it means that you're not ready either. Because you have to get good at being on your own with yourself before you can get good with being with your twin or with anyone else. And this is it. Well, you have to know as well, if you're on this twin flame journey, that your twin is going to be with you, whether it's physical or spiritual. So if you are on your own tomorrow, you are in separation, your twin is going to be still with you on a soul level. So you're never truly alone. And this is so important. We have to get good at being in silence. We have to get good at being with ourselves. You know, when I was still very early on my healing journey, I used to hate silence. I used to hate being on my own. I'd have to be with my friends all the time, you know, because I just, being alone with my thoughts used to drive me insane. But now I just love the peace. I love silence. I love being with my fur babies. I just love that quiet time, you know, and don't get me wrong, I want to spend tomorrow with my twin flame. But if that doesn't happen, I'm okay because I know he's still with me. And I'm okay spending that day on my own. I'm okay. Like, I'm actually buying practically a full flower shop this week because it's Valentine's Day and it's my birthday on Sunday as well. So, like, I literally just bought myself a shit ton of flowers, you know, just to spoil myself. I got myself some nice treats. I'm going to have a nice evening. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to have a lovely weekend for myself because I'm okay with that. I'm going to take myself out on a date on Saturday, you know, and I'm going to do some nice things for myself, spoil myself, love myself. This is so important. We have to start feeding ourselves that love first. We have to get there with ourselves first. Like, you know, I'm such a believer that you can't expect somebody to love you unless you love yourself first. And this is a fact, because when I didn't love myself, I barely even liked myself. I could barely even look in the mirror because I felt so unworthy. And in turn, I attracted low vibrational, toxic relationships into my life. So if you're actually lonely around Valentine's Day, and if you're seeking that online dating on Valentine's Day, you're seeking from a form of desperation. And I'm sorry if that triggers you, but like, you're literally inviting in something that is going to make you feel like shit. You're going to invite in something that's not for you. You're going to invite in something that's going to make you feel icky afterwards. Do you know? So, like, think of it this way. Spending time on your own, filling your own cup up, filling yourself with love, spoiling yourself, even if there is that pang of loneliness because you're not with your divine counterpart or the person that you truly want to be with, that's such a better feeling than being in a feeling of desperation, being with a stranger because you don't want to be on your own, then doing something that you might regret. You know, and then having that shitty feeling afterwards. So which is worse? Feeling a little bit lonely or feeling really icky? Ugh. No. You know what I mean? And I've been on my own for a very long time, like, you know, so I've had many Valentine's Days alone. Do you know? So I understand what it's like. And it's, you know, obviously at the start it was more hard for me. But now I won't say it's just another day because I love love. So I love anything to do with love. So, you know, when there's that feeling of love in the air, like this whole week, I just feel such a burst of love through my chest. You know what I mean? I just love. And so I do love Valentine's Day, you know, and even on my own, I love Valentine's Day because love is all around. Love is everywhere. You know what I mean? That reminds me of Love Actually, do you know, because it's everywhere. Like, you know, in the clip of Love Actually, towards, you know, the end when they're in there, loads of different clips of them in the airport, people meeting each other in the airport. That's love. Friendship is love. Family is love. Fur babies are love. You're love. You know, this is it. We're here to love. And that's it. You know, we can still be in love with ourselves, with life, with our fur babies, with everything we have, even if it's just loving your circumstances, your situation, your house, your home, loving this time of your life, loving that you're alive. You know, we can love in many different forms, you know, and it's society that tells us, oh, you're single, you have to find a date for Valentine's Day, and you have to find a date for New Year's, and all this kind of bullshit. Why? What is so wrong with being on your own? Just for a while, just to love yourself, to discover who you truly are. This is it. Like, this is the importance of learning to love yourself, learning to discover yourself. Because if you're sitting there lonely, pining, desperate, choosing to go on a date with a stranger for Valentine's Day just because you're, you know, afraid to be alone, that's not healthy. You know what I mean? That is really, really not healthy. You know, and I know some people do find their forever person online, but when you're dating from a place of desperation, fear, loneliness, that's not healthy. You attract what you feel. And if you're feeling unworthy, if you're feeling desperate, you're going to attract something that's not for you. But when you make decisions or date or attract in your divine counterpart from a high vibrational energy, that's different. That's healthy. That's interdependent. That's proper, love. And, this is it. And I kind of wanted to do this video today just to let you know that you don't have to feel lonely. You're going to feel more lonely in an empty situation with a complete stranger, in that desperate energy, doing something you may regret, drinking extra alcohol because you're feeling... This is the thing with holidays as well. We drink extra alcohol. I don't drink anymore, but because we're depressed, because we're desperate, then we do more things that we regret. No, this is the time to love yourself, to find yourself, to know who you are. It's such a beautiful feeling to be able to be in your own company and not have external influences make you think that you're doing something wrong. And that's what it is. Society makes us think we're doing it wrong. And these American movies, you know what I mean? It's like finding a date for Valentine's Day. I can't be alone on Valentine's Day. It's like, why the fuck not? And people getting into one relationship after the other, it's like, what is wrong with you? I'm sorry, but seriously, what is this has been an alien concept for too long. You can't be on your own for too long, If you don't give yourself enough time to heal from childhood trauma, past relationship trauma, abuse, toxicity, you're never going to attract in the right energy. You have to be in the right energy yourself in order to attract in that right energy. You will not be able to find healthy love if you don't healthily love yourself. And this is true. This is so true. And I've discovered this so much. When I felt unworthy, all I ever attracted was toxicity, was assholes. You know what I mean? And that's why I've learned... Well, I never done online dating. I think I just... sorry. No, I'm sorry. Anyway, that's just my opinion. If you're into it, I'm sorry. But, everyone has their own opinion and everyone has their own likes and whatever. And, I respect that. But I just find it so unorganic, so superficial to meet somebody and just go, here, your picture looks nice, let's go on a date. No, get to know somebody. Do you know what I mean? This is the thing. So, this is what I'm trying to say today. It's do you. Spend time with you tomorrow. Love yourself tomorrow. Have a fun, love-filled day with yourself, with your fur babies. Buy yourself some treats. Spoil yourself. Buy yourself those flowers, girls. Do you know what I mean? I have, as I said, I have a full flower shop of flowers in the house now. I fucking love flowers. You know what I mean? Because I'm just spoiling myself this week. And obviously, it's my birthday week as well, so I'm going to go crazy. Do you know what I mean? But, it's just a nice day tomorrow to embrace love for what it is. And it's not just romantic love. It's every love. All the love. All of it. You know what I mean? Let your heart fill with the love you have for yourself and your life and your fur babies and your home. And, if you do invite in your twin flame tomorrow, great. There might be communication because this is a love-filled week. There is just fire in the air this week. I love it. So this is it. You don't have to feel lonely. You have to start getting to a place of comfort in your own skin. Being happy in solitude. That's where the magic happens. That's where you find who you really are. So spend tomorrow spoiling yourself, loving yourself, and loving what you have in your life. Because when you're grateful for what you have, when you're in love with yourself, you will attract in more high vibrational energy into your life. You will attract in that right love once you don't seek for it from a low vibrational place. So love yourself because you're the most important thing. So thank you so much for listening today, and I really hope this resonates. If it does, please like and share, and please subscribe to my channel so I can reach as many people as possible. And if you would like help on your journey, please book me for a discovery call today, and I'd love nothing more than to help you on your path.